What's up, YouTube? It's Jessica here, and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about 10 skills that millionaires master. And if you can implement these skills into your life and into your business, you can become a millionaire yourself. It's not random, it's a formula, but you have to put in the work. So I'm gonna give you guys the content. I'm gonna give you all the juicy deets, but you have to be the one to make real, permanent, lasting change in your own life. So let's get started. So the first one we're going to talk about is communication, and this one is an absolute must. Every millionaire that has been extremely successful, or really anyone that's had any success in business, has an extreme level of communication skills. They're able to get their point across, and they're able to build relationships. Your wealth and your success depends on your relationships that you're able to build, and your relationships depend on your communication. So you have to be able to talk to people in a way that makes them see value in you and your ideas and your opinions in order to sell something, or in order to, create a business partnership or bring on a new employee. So in every aspect of owning a business, or working as an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to be able to communicate effectively. So that is number one. So number two is money management, and in order to become a self-made multimillionaire, you've got to make the money work for you. You can't work for the money. You have to realize that every dollar that you spend has a certain level of risk, and in order to achieve a high level of wealth, you have to be able to put your money in the right places at the right time. Capitalism is constantly causing the money to circulate, so there is a lot of opportunity out there, and the people that are going to be really successful are the ones that are able to keep their costs low and invest the money that they do have into a business or a brand, some type of venture that's going to help them accumulate more long-term wealth. So, there are two sides to the spectrum. You can't always save your money, because the more money you spend, the more money you'll make, as long as you're making really good financial decisions. So, number two is money management. So number three is resourcefulness, and this one is so important because most people didn't start off with all the resources that they needed to become a millionaire. Most of them had a dream and they had work ethic, and their resourcefulness is what got them to that high level of success. They didn't have the people that they needed to build a business. They probably didn't have the capital to start the company, and a lot of them didn't even know exactly what they were doing. But because of their resourcefulness, they were able to problem solve, they were able to convince the right people to come on and join their team, and they were able to learn all the information that they needed to make their company a success. So resourcefulness is a huge one, and it is an absolute must. Number four is persuasion, and this is something that all millionaires have mastered. A lot of them were just born with it. It's just their personality, and it's something that you have to get good at if you want to be successful. As a millionaire, you're gonna have to constantly be convincing people to believe in you and your ideas, especially at the beginning. When you're first starting out, you're gonna have to convince your friends and family that your crazy ideas are gonna actually be profitable. You're gonna have to convince different mentors to actually teach you how to make millions. You're gonna have to persuade investors into putting money into your company, and you're also going to have to convince people to actually buy your products or your services, whatever it is your business does. You're gonna have to persuade people into believing that there is value in what you're doing, and it's a little bit more difficult before your brand and your business are really built out. But if you have those skill sets, you're gonna be able to persuade the right talent to join onto your team. You're gonna be able to convince people to help you, and you're going to be able to sell your product. So persuasion is an absolute must. Number five is human behavior, and this is something that all really self-made, wealthy, successful people are great at. They know how to read people. They know how to figure someone out before that person has to tell them what they want or show them what kind of person they really are. And this really helps out with 2 different scenarios extremely well. If you're going to hire on new people to help you with your company, you're going to be able to weed out the bullshitters, people that are full of talk, and you're going to be able to find the people that are really genuinely going to be able to help you scale your business. This also helps when you are trying to convert leads, because if you're able to figure someone out based off of their habits, their behaviors, you know, the way that they carry themselves, their eye contact, their tone of voice, their engagement level, I mean, all of these things are going to give you signs of whether you need to push forward to get the sale or you need to pull back a little bit and let them kind of come to you. And this skill comes naturally over time if you are extremely observant of the people that are around you in that industry. You're going to be able to categorize people by past clients, and you're going to know exactly what that person needs to convert just based off of what that other person that you had previously worked with needed to kind of convert in that similar situation. So this is a great skill to have. It works really well with persuasion and communication. They kind of all 3 go together to create someone who is really good at working well with people and keeping employees long term, and really just being a leader and being able to know what people need before they have to ask. Number 6 is energy management. In order to make a lot of money, you've got to have the energy to do it. You need to know what works well for your body. If you've ever looked at some of the most successful people in the world, the majority of them are in really good shape. And it's because, you know, this isn't random. These things line up together. Your business, your body, your mind, they all have to be intact to really make a lot of money and become extremely successful. So you need to figure out a morning routine that wakes you up, gets you energized, gets you motivated, and puts you in the right mindset so that you can laser focus and get a ton of stuff done that day. You need to know what foods work well with your body so that you can keep going for a longer period of times. You don't get tired and lazy after you eat like a big ice cream sundae or like a huge bowl of lasagna for breakfast or something. You know, you need to keep things lean and healthy so that you can really optimize your entire lifestyle. You need to know what exercise and what things get you going. You know, maybe when you are really tired, you have to, you know, do a 15-minute run, or instead of working sitting down, you can move your desk and you can stand up to work so that you can stay awake. You know, there are all types of little hacks. You just have to figure out what really works best for you. Number 7 is leveraging and outsourcing. And this is something that all multimillionaires are really, really good at. They know that they can't do everything. People that are perfectionists really struggle with this because they want control of every scenario. They want to do it all on their own, and there's just not enough time in the day, and you're also not going to be the best at doing everything. But you can be the best at outsourcing and leveraging people to figure out, you know, who works best in each place, recruiting those people onto your business, negotiating terms with them, figuring out how to make it a win-win scenario where both parties are making money. Because if you can do that, your business is going to scale and grow so much faster, and you're going to be way more successful than if you try to do it all on your own. Number 8 is problem solving, and this is an absolute must. Millionaires are so good at figuring out how to solve different issues as they come across them. You know, if something comes up, they need to find someone to do something, they call someone up, they, you know, are able to figure out, you know, we can call this person and do this, do that, do this. They're able to come up with a 1, 2, 3 plan that gets the problem solved quickly and efficiently so that they don't sit back and waste a lot of time. They are also really good at saying no to 95% of all things that come up. And it's something that they're able to kind of step back and realize, you know, if that opportunity is worth their time and putting their resources into. You have to be good at it, and that goes right along with problem solving. So that is number 8. Number 9 is time management, and this is one that really separates someone that's going to be extremely successful and make millions from someone that's going to fail at business. You have to be able to use your time wisely so that you can get more things done. So for example, you know, if you have an hour and a half or 2-hour phone call that consists of a lot of small talk and, you know, jibber jabber, you need to be able to cut that out. Get things to the point, still make that person feel like you value their time, and make that phone call just as effective in an hour or 45 minutes. And when you start to do that, that's when you know that you really are managing your time properly. And one of the rules that I like to use is called Pareto's Principle. If you've never heard of it, it's the 80-20 rule. And basically, 80% of your success contributes from just 20% of your activities. So you need to figure out what needs to get done that's going to push you forward. And the way we do this is by breaking down our goals. Write out 10 things you need to get done every single day, and then ask yourself which 2 items on that list are going to contribute most to my success, and then focus on those, because the majority of people are focusing on the other 80% of things that don't actually contribute to their success and to their wealth. So if you can figure those things out, you're gonna be so much more productive. Apply that rule to every scenario in your life, and I promise you, you're gonna be extremely successful and you're gonna make a lot of money. And then number 10, the last one we're gonna talk about is patience. And this one is an absolute must, because no one's ever going to become successful if they aren't patient enough to step back and see the big picture. You have to work, and then be patient to see those results. And if you can learn to do that, you are going to be successful. You know, people that think that they can't become a millionaire are the ones that don't work hard enough for long enough. If you continue to put in consistent day-to-day work, and you have tunnel vision, and you know that if you keep pushing through that you're gonna make it, then eventually it will happen. So guys, today we talked about 10 skills that millionaires master. If you can really implement these things into your life, and I mean for the next 10 or 20 years, not the next couple of weeks or the next couple of months, but really implement all of these skills and strategies into your business and into your everyday life, I promise you, you are going to be extremely successful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, join the family. Just hit the subscribe button down here in the corner. Just click it. Turn on those notification bells, because I put out new videos on making money online and entrepreneurship every single week.